who are you, and what do you do on Twitch and the internet?
Yeah, so you asked me before, like, do you want to be called KK or KK Builds? Well, I always introduce myself as KK in the KK Builds channel, and then I say something like, "Hi, my name is KK, and I build with Lego." So that's pretty much all I do on Twitch or on YouTube. I build Lego. I'm a massive fan of Lego. I'm a 43 years old. I live in a small town in the Netherlands near the German border. I live here with my soon to be wife. We are getting married at the 23rd of August. So I'm very much looking forward to that, obviously. We've got two daughters, one of 4 years old, one of 2 years old. I'm into IT stuff, so I'm self employed. I help companies do their Microsoft Cloud transitioning journey. Yeah, my content, as I said, it focuses all on Lego. You might know me from Instagram. I've been on there for 4 years, 5 years now. Twitch a little bit shorter, 3 years now, and YouTube since last year. So I'm trying all these different things, and Lego is always the main focus of what I do.
Mm.
So that's me in a nutshell, I guess.
Sounds like Lego is a huge thing. I mean, that's how we met, was through the Lego community. A lot of guests on the show primarily are into Lego. So tell me a bit more in terms of like what made you decide to start streaming it.
I'm not sure what exactly started it, but I saw a lot of people doing model airplanes and model tanks and stuff like that. Another big interest of mine, so World War II and all that stuff. And I saw one person doing that on Twitch, and that is what I thought, or that was what I thought was really cool. And I was like, I can do that with Lego, not knowing there was a whole community of Lego builders on Twitch. So that was really cool to see, right? And we started out very, very small, like one or two viewers, and then we got bombed by a local brick shop. And then I was like, oh, there's a whole Lego thing going on. So I didn't know. I didn't do any research or something. I just thought it would be fun to share what I did, right?
Yeah, so you saw other people doing it, thought it'd be a cool thing to jump right into, and then you've kept going. What kept you going? What made you keep streaming after those initial tries?
I guess just the feedback from users, right? Just having fun with all the different people in chat. My community is not very big, right? I only have a few viewers returning every stream, and then a few viewers that are new. But that gives it a sort of a cozy vibe, like just building with friends or something, and doing something together is almost always more fun than doing it alone, I guess. And that is what made me continue it, and it became sort of a habit or something. I think that's the right way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
And you just go from there, and then you see that people appreciate what you do. So you are kind of stuck in it, and you can just continue. Yeah.
Do you have a goal or something that you want to achieve with your channel? Is there a specific thing in mind that you want to achieve as you stream, or is it kind of take it as you go?
Yeah, it's mostly take it as I go. I don't really have numbers in my head. Like at the end of the year, I want to be here, or I want to have partner, or I want to do all these different things. Maybe for YouTube, it's a bit different. I set myself a goal to be monetized there, right? So
Sure.
that's kind of a goal that I'm going for. But I never combine that with time or something, right? I don't have much time. As I told you in the little intro, right? Two little kids getting married this year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done around the house, and with all the planning and all that stuff. So work is busy as well. So I just, whenever I feel like streaming a bit, I do that, and I try to upload a video, I think every week.
So no overall goal. It seems like you have something more straightforward for YouTube, which is to monetize. So if there's no goal specifically for the stream, I guess what motivates you, or what makes you want to stream? What makes you want to keep doing this continuously?
Yeah, so obviously the building the Lego thing is something I've always done. So I like doing that, and like I said in the previous bit, just the sharing with other people, and the people that are coming back to the stream, and you get to know these people. Well, only like I'd say superficial, obviously, but yeah, you kind of know what their hobbies are, what they do for work, where they live, all that stuff. And to see those people come back is always a lot of fun.
Hmm.
And just every once in a while you get to talk to new people. That's cool, but it's much more fun to see the same people coming back again, and well, ask them how their weekend has been, or what they're doing for work now, or whatever,
Hmm.
just like normal conversations with people, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so the whole social aspect is I think more why I like streaming, um, and also just figuring out the workings of it, like how does Twitch work, how does OBS work, all that stuff. So the technology side behind it is also a very big interest of mine.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So it sounds like there's some social
Yeah.
aspect to it. You want to connect with other people. You want to get to know others. It sounds like also there's a bit of a technology that you really enjoy, the tech about it, which I think a lot of us can absolutely sympathize with. I love the tech side of it as well. Tell me a bit more about those early days of streaming in terms of like getting started. What's it like? What was it like for you when you first started streaming?
Well, for streaming, I didn't really make a plan or something, right? It was just I already had the Instagram thing going. I saw some people coming back on Instagram and reaching out and saying, "Well, YouTube would be nice to do or whatever."
Hmm.
But streaming was never really like a planned thing. So I really just started it and hit all the different walls and trying to figure out different solutions for different problems. And yeah, I just went from there. And then all of a sudden, obviously, you need a second camera, you need another camera, and the camera on your webcam or on your laptop is not sufficient enough. So you buy all these different things, and then before you know it, you have this whole setup, and then it's a shame to not stream every once in a while, I guess. So,
Mm.
and that's also a bit about or a part of the focus or the challenge that I see in the Twitch part. So
Hmm.
it's just fun to try all these different things, and then when you commit to it, you keep going. I think that's the right way to say it.
Yeah. How long has it been since you've started?
So Instagram, 5 years. We started out with a Instagram page during the COVID time. So the 1st of April in 2020, I just looked it up. So that was my first post. And I did a picture of my Lego city every single day. So just to have a little bit of fun while being at home and not being able to go to work and all that stuff.
Hmm.
So it started there. The city grew because obviously after 30 days, you're like, I need some new stuff to make pictures from. So you go to Marketplace on Facebook and eBay and all that stuff. You buy all these old sets that you never had, but you wanted as a kid.
Yeah.
And from there, yeah, it grew and grew and grew. And then Twitch, I started at the beginning of 2022. And that was mostly, first of all, building older sets. So the sets that I bought via Marketplace, see if they were complete and all that stuff. And yeah, just go from there. And then obviously the newer sets as well. and then YouTube December 2024. So
Okay.
that's a bit of the journey, but it started out during COVID just to share some fun with people, I guess, and I had the collection to do that, I guess. So that was very cool. Yeah.
So from Instagram, which was the main start, to
Yeah.
Twitch. Okay. What with the main difference between Instagram and Twitch? How was adjusting your content from one to the other? What was that like?
Well, I thought it would be very easy in the sense that I had like 1,000+ followers on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna copy my link on Twitch, and then everybody's gonna watch my Twitch, and I'll be big and famous." No, well, not big and famous, but I thought there would be a more people going from my Instagram page to my Twitch page, and
Yeah.
that's absolutely not the case.
Yeah.
So I found out very quickly that Twitch is a thing of its own, and yeah, it requires a different approach, I guess.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, Instagram is very static. You just make the picture, you think about it for a bit, and then you start doing that. But Twitch is different, right? We all had these moments that you stream and that there's nobody in your chat. So what do you do then? You need to learn those things, I guess. And I'm
Yeah.
still not. I'm still not very used to that, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it comes more natural once you do it more, I guess. So yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely one thing that I think a lot of us creators like learn over time is that, especially when it comes to coming from like Instagram platforms that are really good at bringing you in and making you swipe through
Yeah.
content, right? Like TikTok as well. Those particular platforms really want you to stay on the platform. And so a lot of your community, a lot of the people that follow you on those places are very conditioned to stay on said platform. So it's really tough to get them to want to check out your Twitch channel or your YouTube channel from, say,
Yeah.
your Instagram or TikTok uh, feed. And it's really difficult from what I've found. What kind of things have you tried to do to bring people over to the Twitch side?
I think I tried it with giveaways.
Okay.
I tried spamming my link everywhere I
Sure.
went. Those were the most things that I tried. I don't know, just communicate a lot about it and hoping someone pick it up. But it's hard, and I see the same thing with YouTube. Also in the YouTube, right? You do the thing on the end where you say, check out my socials, follow me there and there. But since I started YouTube, I don't think I've had very much new followers on Twitch because of that. So
Sure.
that's a different platform as well.
Yeah.
So you got to start all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not a bad thing per se, right? It's fun to figure things out, as I said before. So you just go from there.
Mod Tater in the chat says it's hard if they weren't watching Twitch in the first place. Different kind of thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's very that conversion from anything else to Twitch or to YouTube or like one platform to another, right? It's always hard to get them off the platform that they're on. And actually, what's really interesting to me is Twitch is one of the few platforms, and I don't know if it's to their advantage, but they themselves, Dan Clancy, their CEO, has even said things like, well, try to make content on other platforms to help build your Twitch channel. And he, of course, has acknowledged how hard it is to get people to switch platforms.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So he has even said, grow your community in these other places and ideally they'll eventually follow you to Twitch. So it's rare to even hear that. I mean, you don't hear that from any other platform, which is kind of crazy, right? That said, knowing that Twitch is quite secondary in terms of like the things that you're trying to do, how do you balance the content creation from focusing on Instagram and YouTube, and then how do you fit Twitch into all of that?
Well, at the moment, I think all my content creation is a little bit on the background. So, like I told you, we have a lot of stuff coming up in
Totally.
our normal private life, and but I would like to do daily pictures on Instagram again, and I try and stream every week, once a week on a Wednesday evening, my time. And also, I try to do a video every week on YouTube. Now, Instagram shouldn't be that hard, and that's just I think a discipline thing, because I've got the Lego. I just need to make pictures, right? So that's something I just need to do. Twitch is a thing that you can just do. You can just sit here and buy or build your Lego. That's no problem. And then YouTube is different, though. YouTube, you really need to think about the story in your video. So what do you want to tell? What do you want to show your audience? And how do you structure that into a thing that works, or that you at least want to watch yourself, maybe?
Sure.
So that's I find it sometimes hard to do, especially the YouTube thing with the storytelling and all that stuff. You might not notice it because obviously I'm talking English, but I'm not English native, right? So.
Right.
When I come up with a story, it's usually in Dutch in my head. So I need to translate it. And even though it comes pretty natural, I don't want it to be like where I say, I guess every sentence, or like every sentence, or, So you just need to put some more time into that. And also that becomes easier the more you do it. So, we just keep doing that, and then maybe whenever we're getting married in August, we got some more time on our hands. Whenever the colder months are here again, then maybe I can do more again. The backlog of Lego is ever filling, so I've got enough sets to last me for a year of streaming 2 days a week, I think. But we just keep on going, and as long as Lego keeps bringing out cool sets, I can stream, I guess.
Yeah. It definitely sounds like, and I won't ignore the fact that all of this is very much, you have different levels of commitment and levels of like things you want to accomplish on your content. And I mean,
absolutely,
we've had so many different people here who have been full-time creators, or others who are more like yourself, who are part-time, or rather, it's not a priority for what they're trying to accomplish. And totally cool with that. And I think that's the lens at which we need to look through when we look at a creator's body of work and content. That said, that you're not looking to go full-time, you're not looking to do anything major. I mean, you said with YouTube, you kind of put more thought into how that works. Twitch, you kind of just let it, whatever it might be, it might be. That said, what do you foresee happening with the YouTube content? What do you want to happen on the YouTube side of things?
It would be nice, right? If it grows, and it steadily does. So that's cool to see. I think the metrics for YouTube are very interesting to take a look at every once in a while if you're on YouTube. I found that a lot of my audience is looking at my YouTube videos on their TV. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool because I consume YouTube that way as well, right? I look a lot of YouTube on TV. We rarely watch normal TV shows or just Dutch television. We don't watch that, so
Mm-hmm.
cool to see that. And I don't know, where do I see it going. Yeah, growth would be nice. It would be cool if Lego eventually would be like, oh, I recognize you as a content creator, and we can help you out with some stuff. That would be very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, out to them quite recently, and they were like, "No, we don't have any space for you now in our region because there's too many content creators or whatever." So that's fine. When I grew up, I always had a technology website, and I reached out to companies like Intel and all that stuff to get free processors and all video graphics cards and all that stuff. And yeah, it would be cool to have that come from this as well. But obviously, I'm not expecting anything because I'm not putting in major work or a lot of work or whatever. So obviously, you need to be able to give the company something in return.
Goal wise, you're like, maybe we'll grow, maybe we won't. I guess the next
Yeah.
question is, what are you trying to do with the YouTube content? If the goal is maybe we'll grow, hopefully, what are you trying to do on your side? And again, with the context of knowing you're busy, you have a lot of things going on, but within the realm of whatever time that you have or whatever energy you can put towards it, what are you trying to do with your content specifically to help yourself grow?
Well, mostly I just want to make cool videos. I guess that's the goal. I would like to see the growth in the type of videos that I make. I would like to see growth in my Lego city. That's like the focus point of my videos. So that I guess that's the main thing,
Mm,
if you want to call it that.
yeah,
Not numbers wise, not money wise. I don't really care about any of that. It would be
sure.
nice to see something in return for all the effort that you put in, but it's not needed. It's never going to be full time. I know that for a fact. There's a very few people that actually manage to do that, I guess, for everyone that
Absolutely.
succeeds. I think there are 1,000 that don't succeed. So I'm not in the category
Yeah,
of making this succeed full time.
yeah,
Absolutely not. I'm very happy with the job that I have. Yeah, I'm not going to change that for the uncertainty of being a content creator. I just like to share my stuff, and whoever is in on the ride, you're more than welcome to join in, and let's have some fun together with the content that I make.
got it.
That's the most important thing, I think. Yeah.
Okay. And when I talk about goals, of course, I'm not just saying, oh, I want to achieve monetization
Yeah.
partner
No.
or certain numbers. I'm actually talking about like the core of the content, right? Is there anything specific other than I just want to share my Lego, right? Is there any content plans or like content goals that you want to achieve in terms of like what do you want KK Builds to be known for, whether it be on YouTube or Twitch or whatever platform it might be? What do you want? Like, what do you want to achieve as a creator in this space?
People that already watch me know that I'm a big Lego train fan. I like Lego trains, so I would like to automate my Lego city in a way that trains go by and all the things take care of themselves, and that I don't need to push buttons all the time. So that would be cool, and interface it with the computer and all that stuff. And that ties into the figuring out part of me that enjoys all that stuff. So yeah, I'd say people visit my YouTube channel for trains, train automation, building a city around Lego trains, and having a model railway approach instead of a Lego city building approach. So it's a slight difference, right?
Yeah,
More, I think, more realism, less of the blocked streets and all that stuff. Maybe more landscaping. I don't know yet, but I could see myself going in that direction.
I see. Very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, and there are a lot of train fans, definitely
yeah.
huge within the Lego community. A lot of people like trains, so that's a very cool way to approach it. Are there any particular other like creators that you like to watch that inspire how you approach your content?
I thought about this before. Yeah, I think there are. Obviously, you have got a few Lego city builders like Jang or Brixie, maybe even Preston, who does the whole thing with his son on Instagram and YouTube. I don't know if you know him.
Mm-hmm.
It's very funny to watch. But I also watch like model railway YouTube channels, and that's just old people in England turning their garage in the whole landscape and all that stuff. So Chadwick Model Railway is one. Dean Park, yeah, there are a few of those. I think if you Google for them, you will find them. But they have a very chill vibe to their videos. So they're going to tell you exactly what they're going to do. And then they spend an hour in the video building one mountain or something, or wiring signal post, or showing you a train that they got, or whatever. And I like that vibe a lot. And I wouldn't say my channel is copied after those channels, but they certainly have a lot of influence on what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any when you look at something some of these other channels are doing? Do you have any like how do you take that inspiration, right? Do you have any particular examples of things that you would do based on what you've seen from other creators?
Yeah. So I guess a little bit of how do you structure the story around what you're going to do. I don't think it's in the okay, I want to build this now, or hey, the channel A did this set, so now I have to do it as well. Or it's more of like the storytelling part that I like in other videos and that I try to mimic, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's more of an inspiration than people building Lego,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of Lego building channels on the platform, Twitch as well as YouTube, and I like them all for different reasons. But for me, it all stands or falls with the storytelling.
Okay.
I think that's the most important part, and I think also that is what your viewers enjoy. I think.
Yeah. Absolutely. Is there any when you work through the things that you want to make and the stories that you want to tell, have you found some things that work better than others?
Yeah, so I recently did the 3 video series on train automation, and I used the Lego powered up color sensor. And these 3 videos, they're really good. So I think I'm onto something.
Okay.
And then obviously when I started the video, I was like, oh, I need more of those color sensors, right? And then I looked at the Lego website, and they're not in stock anymore, and they're not getting produced anymore. So, I thought I found something that would be really cool, and then I cannot expand upon it because the product is not available anymore. So yeah, we need to scour Bricklink or other platforms for more color sensors. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's how that works.
Yeah. You've often referred to as like telling a good story, right?
Yeah.
Like framing something in a good story. Any examples of something that you're quite proud of in particular when it comes to some of the videos that you've made that tell a good story?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just no. I don't think so. Well, I'm proud of the videos that did really good in my eyes, but
Uh-huh.
sometimes it's really hard, right? That you spend a lot of times on or a lot of time on a YouTube video, and then whenever you release it, it doesn't do anything. And then another video that you do the same thing, so sometimes it blows up, and then you're like, what did I do different this time? So that's really weird to me. But I try and treat every video the same way. So yeah, I think every video has to have a beginning and an end, and in the middle you tell something and all that stuff. So the structure of the videos is always the same for me, I think. But that's really weird to see, and I think everybody doing content creation sees that as well. It's sometimes very elusive how all this works,
Sure.
and if it's luck based or not. I don't really think it's luck based. I think it's which buttons do you press with YouTube. But yeah, on the other hand, if it was skill based, then there would be more and bigger content creators. So I don't know. I hope to think that I understand how it works, but the video numbers not always show that.
How do numbers play a role in how you decide what things get made and what don't?
Oh, I don't plan anything. So I can be like, so my deadline is Friday evening nowadays to have the content shot for the next video.
Hmm.
But it could be Wednesday and I still don't know what I'm going to make. So I don't plan those things. I just go by whatever whatever I see in my room. And I'm like, oh yeah, it would be cool to do another train video, or it would be cool to spend some time on building a harbor, or it would be cool to do that Star Wars set, even though it's not city, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just what I feel like then. And a lot of people have told me like you need to make videos in advance for whenever you're not here for a week or whatever. I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I can look that far ahead or something. I find that hard to do.
It's certainly a lot tougher to kind of get those videos up and ready ahead of time, even a week or two ahead of time. Certainly tough,
Yeah,
but I do think that is a good way to maintain consistency, right?
true.
It's very tough to do, but in the long run, generally helps with if you need to take it, a week off, right? Or you go on vacation, or like you said, it's not even a as high priority, right? Because everything else you got going on.
Yeah,
But then yeah, that creates gaps in consistency. And I think frankly, that's a huge contributor, right? To success. I mean, I know that's not a
absolutely.
huge goal, but that's certainly something when you're trying to grow anywhere, whether it be the YouTube videos that you're doing or the Twitch streams. Anytime we fall off, if we're not doing something regularly, is when we start to see less people coming by or less feedback on what we're doing. So yeah, the YouTube thing, it's tough, right? It's certainly a tough thing to try to maintain while you are busy with life, but that's also yeah. I mean, I've heard the same thing too. I've heard people say, just have some videos ready to go if you think you're going to be busy for a week or two. Like if you're not targeting, like if the goal again, if the goal, which isn't what you've called out, right? You're not looking to specifically hit a certain number or anything like that, but
No,
to build any kind of momentum with your content or have people actually see it. As you probably know, YouTube does reward creators who are posting
true.
regularly. So that's certainly something. I'm sure that's why your audience has said that, right? It'd be cool to have a video ready
Yeah,
to go.
yeah, and I'd say I find it harder for my audience, right? That they don't have a video the next week. So, like I said, there's a lot of people that come back every week for either YouTube or Twitch. And then it's like you have an appointment with your friends or something, right? Even there are not many friends, but there are a few people that check in weekly. And you kind of feel bad for them for not being there. But yeah, for the YouTube algorithm, I feel less bad.
Mm-hmm. If you had more time and the ability to focus on YouTube or Twitch when you wanted, what would be like the ideal content for you? What kind of things would you do if you knew you could do it more consistently?
I don't know. I think it would be nice to stream two times a week,
Uh-huh.
for instance. I could see myself doing a different type of video on YouTube as well, where I just tell like a short story about. I told this before as well in my chat. Like whenever you're building like a pirate set, for instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've got all the footage I've got saved. So what I could do is like have the pirate set being built in like a time lapse format, like 10 minutes, and then talk over that in a pirate themed story, like the story in this case would be like we went on a holiday. My daughter is a fan of pirates, all that stuff. So we took her there and we did all this fun stuff. And then in the background, you see the set being built. And we're not talking a Lego, but Lego is in the background. So it would be cool to try and do that. But yeah, that takes a lot of time because you want to make it fluent.
Do you have any advice for people who are doing this in a way that's not considered a main goal, but something they still want to continue to put time and passion into if they're to get started, say, streaming or content creation in general?
Well, I guess, and I think that other people told you this as well, but you got to stay close to yourself. Um, just be you,
Mm-hmm.
and don't bother too much about changing yourself to appease any audience or specific people in your chats. Just do your thing, and people will join you whenever they like you. And if they're not liking you, then their place is probably better somewhere else. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Don't set goals that are too high. As we told earlier, I think there's so little people that actually succeed in doing this full time, right?
Yeah.
Without making huge sacrifices, I think. So yeah, just stay close to yourself, keep doing what you do, and have fun while doing it. And don't. I guess what I should have done when I started out is at least have an idea of other people doing this in the same
Yeah.
in the same space and see what works for them and well, not copy them but make it your own and just have fun while doing that and also reach out to other creators just asking questions or I always like helping other people with stuff like that. So whenever someone in chat says, "Well, I'm trying to do this or that," then we always take a look at it. Maybe not during the stream, but certainly during Discord or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of helpful people out there. You don't need to reinvent the wheel every time. So at least I did do that, but yeah, you certainly don't have to. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with all of that. I think that is absolutely one of the most important things is you really need to focus on what you want to do, who you are, how you make that work for yourself. If you see something that someone else is doing that you like, totally okay to use that as inspiration to maybe come up
Yeah.
with your own approach on how that might work.
Sure.
Yeah, totally. It happens all the time when you look at any kind of video content, whether it be live or recorded. you'll often see how some videos are inspired by other creators. So,
True.
yeah.
But yeah, have fun. That's the most important thing. Why would you punish yourself with being live every day or every evening or whatever your time frame is? But why would you do something that you don't like? So you at least have fun while doing it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the most important thing, I think.
Yeah. What specifically do you find most fun when making a video?
Making a video, the idea that other people watch it and they like what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the biggest part of the gratification in that. And for streaming, I think we touched upon that earlier, is when you just see people coming back to your stream and just hang out and have fun while I'm having fun. So we all have fun together.
Yeah.
It's maybe a stupid way to say it, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's just cool.
Great.
Just chill, just mellow and just have a nice evening together. And we can talk about everything in my stream, I think, as long as we be respectful to everybody. And yeah, we touch politics, we touch a lot of Lego, obviously,
Right.
all these different things. So it's just like the end of the day in the pub or something. You just meet some friends and you talk whatever happened to you that day, or
You want people
I
to
guess
feel
so.
comfortable, right? You want people to feel
Yeah,
just like they're hanging out with some friends.
yeah. I guess I can say that a lot of these people are my online friends, right? Obviously I don't know every single one of them. I do have some real life friends that keep joining, and that's very cool. Some of the online community I've also met in real life recently, or beginning of this year, so that was very cool. So yeah, you expand on that every single stream, I think.
Did you have anything on your mind in terms of like streaming or video making and creation that you wanted to chat about today? Anything you wanted to discuss or bring up?
Well, I would like to take this opportunity to wish you a lot of success with your partner, Greg.
Oh,
That's
thank you.
that's the first one. So yeah, I was very curious about how that was going for you, but obviously you can talk about that in your own stream when I'm not a guest, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, in short, it's going well. It's certainly been a long-term thing. I think for many, some don't realize that whether you announce a partner push or not, but maybe that's a goal and you're really trying to make sure you're doing the things you need to do, which is at the end of the day, consistency in creating a stream that you think that you yourself would enjoy. That's my driving force, is making the streams that I know I would enjoy and want to be in. It's a very long-term thing. And I announced the push in a week. It will be it's almost 3 months, and there has been amazing support. We're not quite at the number we want to be at. We're very close. And so I anticipate if we can continue this momentum, we'll get there soon. But once we hit that number, it's also then a matter of maintaining it. So yeah, it's been really good. It's been a fun thing. I've been challenging myself in terms of like what it means to be a streamer and a content creator in that sense, with the primary focus being on the streams themselves. But yeah. No, thank you for that. It's been really cool. It's been a great thing for me. I've been enjoying it and seeing a lot of again, using the word growth, but like talking about not number wise, but just growth as a creator, seeing a lot of things that I'm capable of that I wasn't really sure I could do. I am continuing to challenge myself in that way, just to be a better streamer in a number of ways. But yeah, thank you for that. It's going all right. It's going all right.
I gotta say, I always enjoy your streams. I watch a lot of different streams, right? And obviously, from the moment I got rated by the local brick shop, I've seen all these different names in the community. And we all know these other streamers that have a lot more flashy things going on and all the redeems and all that stuff. It's not for me, and it's not really for you. I think your stream is very much more chill than some other streams that you see, and I feel comfortable by that. And I like watching your stream, so that's very cool, and that's obviously very awesome that I can be a guest here. So that's nice. And yeah, I'm very curious to see where you take it with the whole thing. So
yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, as far as direction itself goes for what I am wanting to do or build, like you, I have a full-time job, or I have a job rather. I have other work that I like. Content creation is not the main thing. I have work that I focus on outside of this, which is a regular job. It's about 40 to 50 hours a week, depending on the week. And then I have a family. I have a wife and children. And so everything, all of that is priority. And then, to be frank, though, I think the main difference is for me is everything outside of that does go into the stream. So like you said earlier, there's some sacrifices, there's some things that we do, on a personal level. For me, I don't do a whole lot outside of work, wife, kids, and then stream, right? Like those are the things. And then a lot of what I think most people would do with their free time would be socializing, having fun, doing that. I get a lot of that from my streaming.
yeah,
I do
sure.
index a lot on the whole spending that time focused on that, mainly because of the goal of wanting to be better at it. And I know that's not something that I would want to do for years and years and years, but the point where I'm at in my personal journey is I'm focusing a lot on the stream, focusing on being a better content creator, and where I want to take it next. I'm not trying to go full time, but I really love what I do here. I host a podcast about making content and streaming and videos. So I love the core of it. I love the act of streaming. And for some people who get into this sort of thing, they quickly learn whether or not they like the core act of like what it means to be a streamer, right? And it's a lot of things, right? It's being in front of the camera, it's doing an interesting activity, it's engaging with your chat, it's planning your content in a way that at least you have some sort of a plan going forward. It's finding ways to create an atmosphere that you really want to have for your viewers. It's coming up with ways that make those live streams feel interesting or engaging. Again, all the while trying to stay true to yourself, being who you are. And the core of my content is really sharing the things that I love, whether it be playing iconic or very interesting games, or having time building sets based on things that I really enjoy, whether it be Marvel or Star Wars or just some of these great art sets, and sharing that and talking about all the topics related to those things. That has always been the goal. And really the long-term goal for me has just been, how do I do this in a way that's really interesting for people to watch? How do I do this in a way that allows people to share in on these things that I also find interesting, and maybe they'll learn something along the way, right? Because I'm a game developer by day, so I drop in a
Yeah.
lot of game developer knowledge while I play games. I'm
Yeah.
not a Lego expert or a seasoned Lego person who's been doing Lego for many years, but I try to offer my insight in terms of what I find in build techniques or things that I really like about a given set. And so the core of the things that I do is really based around like how can I make this interesting and really consumable by people who are watching it. And the long-term goal is something like Partner helps me reach more people that do it, but also things like this show, like this podcast. It'll allow me to bring more people on because the more people that know about the show, the easier it
Yeah.
is to get people on the show. All the charity work that I do, the partner goal will help me connect with more people that would want to sponsor our charity work that we do every year. So it all goes into doing what I'm doing right now. I just want the ability to do more and better with it. And so that's kind of been the long-term goal for me. And that's why I've been pushing for the partner. And that's where I hope it goes, is continuing to do more of the same in a more refined manner and to be even better than before. So what's next for you? What's next for you in the short term? What any plans for your channel and your content?
Well, I think the next few weeks is going to be kind of silent on my end. We got the wedding coming up, the 23rd of August, so that's a big focus right now. I will try and do the Lego videos on YouTube every week, though.
Yeah.
I forgot last week because we were busy with the wedding planner
Hey,
and all
life
that
is
stuff.
life's important. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so and then we were at a railway museum yesterday with the kids, and they had Lego there as well. They had a Lego themed day there, so they had train layouts and all that stuff. So I've got a bunch of footage on that, and that's going to be the next video then. So I need to find the time to put all that together. So that is what is coming up, and yeah. In the meantime, I try to stream every week, and just continue on breaking sets on the backlog, right? And try and put a dent in it because it's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Lego brings out too much cool stuff, and I just can't keep up. I try to focus only on city and trains, but yeah, if it's May the 4th and they announce a new what was it, Django Fett Starship? Yeah, I cannot pass on that. So we've got that as well, and
Yeah.
I have that with multiple sets that I think, oh yeah, that would be a cool set to build on stream as well. Not only to build on stream, but also to have on display in my room. And it's kind of like empty right here behind me, but I've got some ideas about that as well. I wanna have like what you're having there. So if you're talking about copying, no, not really, but yeah, make it my own and see where we go from there.
Well, I look forward.
Just,
Yeah, I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing what you have.
yeah,
what where things go for you and your content. And of course, yeah, I totally understand what it's like having everything else going on in life and then also
yeah,
trying to make content happen. And it's certainly tough to make anything, whether you're a full-time creator or a very part-time creator. It's tough, but I commend you for getting out there, turning on the camera, hitting go live. It's always a tough thing to do. And then what's even tougher is once you do it is deciding whether or not that's something you want to do. And if you do want to do it, continuing to find the time to do so.
True.
Yeah.
And we just keep on going. And I never found it really awkward to do the go live thing and sit here in my room. It's a safe environment and all that stuff. But yesterday when we were at the museum and you got your little what do you call it, gimbal and your iPhone 4, and look, I'm a vlogger now, right?
Right.
That's a bit unnatural, right? To have your camera there and to start talking. So I didn't talk while filming. I'm gonna voice it over, not with this mic, by the way, but
That's good. That's good.
yeah. So yeah. Uh, so the vlogging part and the Lego store footage or whatever you want to call it, that for me is a little bit more awkward to do, but also I think if you do that more often, then it comes natural as well. And gonna make some nice content over there as well, I hope.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you're absolutely right when it comes to being out there with your camera in the world, trying to make some kind of video. It, like you said, it's unnatural. It feels a little weird. It's definitely strange.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays it is more common to see people like that, but it's not
True.
It's still not normal, right? It's not,
No.
you don't see that every day,
And
depending on where you are.
Yeah, and also we were at, or I was at Bricktastic at the beginning of this year in Manchester. It's a big Lego display exhibit or convention or whatever you want to call it. And there were a lot of content creators there, and everybody was doing their thing and filming all this stuff. But I was always like, okay, but this is an event that's for the visitor, right? For the children that come to watch all these sets. And I can't be there with my camera and ask them to go out of the way or mind my shot or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't do those things, but I've seen it happen. And I'm like, yeah, that's not the way to do it, right?
Yeah.
So I keep it stealthy.
Yeah.
Just be careful with my camera. Don't film too much other people in my shots because people don't like that. Obviously,
Absolutely.
I wouldn't like that, so I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And then do the voiceover at home. That's fine.
I think that's a great approach, especially when you say, try to keep people out of frame, right? You're not trying to capture people. I think that's honestly, of all the things, I mean, there's a couple reasons why people don't care for that, but I think most importantly, people just don't want to be on camera unless they've agreed to be on it. But I think you're going about it in the right way. I think that you're working towards something that's very interesting and will, be completely enjoyed by people who love your videos. So I wish you the best of luck on that. KK, thank you again for this. Whether it be final thoughts, advice, anything you want to say, this is for you to close out the show, so you get the final words.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a very cool little hour, I think it was, hour and a half that we talked about content creation and Lego, two of the things that I enjoy a lot as well as you do. And yeah, thanks for the opportunity. And maybe we could do it some other time as well. We'll see.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.